Peckham has had a bad reputation over the years.
I enjoyed the football tournament at South Africa because it brings the community together and it brings like other people that we don't know and like make them our friends.
There's a lot of resources that maybe lacks compared to other places, so I really think it's important that, you know, in the absence of having loads of stuff, that we support each other and that we look out for each other. So I'm Joshua and my role is as chair of STS Community Project committee, and that committee we support you guys, we support Matthew and Chris in all the ongoing day-to-day activities of STS Community Project. So my role is really just to try and guide that, to make sure that we're providing the best support possible, that if there's anything that we need, any changes that need to happen, and also trying to guide and shape the vision. So I'm doing my PhD at the moment, PhD in motor neuroscience. I'm interested in movement, so I've got a background as a personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach, which is why I do some coaching with STS as well. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to understand the best ways to improve movement, understand the brain in movement, understand what's going on in disease and things like Parkinson's disease, and also in athletes, and how we can use some of the same underlying principles, same underlying mechanisms to improve movement in very different fields. I grew up in Peckham and I played for a football club, Bethwyn, and the football club was more than a football club, and there were coaches there who really invested in all of us as players, as young people, and there was an investment and a care. And so I played for them for 7 years, but it was also just about going through life together and being mentored and supported by some incredible role models. And these times I've left Peckham, I've gone to uni, I've come back after 4 years, and Matthew and Chris have approached me, and they were some of the leaders in Bethwyn Football Club back in the day, and I was coached by them and also others, such as Dare was my coach for those 7 years, who was incredible. We've got Karima, who's with us now, Abs, Peter. There's some amazing figures in that football club who really cared like so much about the area, about community, about us as players. Sadly, that football club came to an end, but then like you guys were basically decided to do something in the absence of the football club in this area. Rather than saying cool, no football club, it's like, no, let's do something. There's still a need there, and so you guys approached me and said, like, do I want to be a part of it? And for me, I can never say no to that. Yeah. So I'm chair of the committee, but then we've got vice chair, who's Karima. We've got the secretary, which is Tisha. We've got the treasurer, who is Flex, and we've got Deidre as well. And as a team, we support you guys in what you do day to day. And to be real, as a grassroots organisation, there's got to be a level of organisation to be able to get funding in. So as a committee, we need to be organised to make sure that there is certain accountability to what you guys do on a daily basis to add credibility to potential funders. We will help with a lot of the planning of stuff. We will help with the applications to funding, to secure certain, like a status for funding. But actually there's also, by providing that community of people, we provide a network that is actually a useful resource for people to overcome some of the deprivations. So even just like a young guy coming through and gets to know one of the coaches, and the coaches knows this person who can connect them to a certain professional or something, and that's just an example for how coming together can become a resource to overcome a lot of issues.
Karima El-Hejwi, Vice Chair of STS Community Project. So I am one of the FA tutors of safeguarding, and I am a designated safeguarding lead and family service officer at a local primary school. When another organisation closed, there's a lot of children with no activities. There needed to be something here. As in from previously, when we had an activity, we knew the difference it made in the community and young people's lives. So when that closed, we knew that we needed to find something to replace and keep those children occupied, but we needed to make it better and actually really truly benefit the families as well as the children. So it was a no-brainer for me.
My name's Tisha and I am a secretary for STS Community Project. I wanted to join STS Community Project when I heard about it because of the positivity that I was told that it spread, and I was really passionate about working with youth. So the current chair, Joshua, told me about STS Community Project, and I met him when I was 16 in sixth form, so it's probably been about 9 years now I've known him for. So I think it's different mainly because of its interaction with parents and kind of really understanding what the parents want for their children and how STS can improve. Other community projects that I may have been involved in the past didn't necessarily have as much interaction in terms of parents. I'd say is the main difference.
Definitely enjoying it. Now he asks me, can we go? Even if it's raining or snowing, he wants to go.
But I'm enjoying it that, it will take a very good excuse for me not to come here every Saturday. It's good for my well-being, it's good. It helps you to, apart from exercising, losing weight, yes. You mix up with other ladies and guys. It's good for mental well-being as well.
Kid, I didn't get a lot of chances like that. So I know how important it is for the kid to hang out with their parents, right? In these busy days, it's a really rare thing. So this is an amazing thing to see, and them to enjoy themselves and having fun. Anytime, man, anytime, trust me.
So the Lush campaign came at a time where, during the pandemic, we needed ways to fund what we're doing, but also finding ways where we can do activities and community engagement in quite a difficult time. And I think the Lush campaign was one of the examples of where one of us used the connections that we have from our other jobs, because we all have other jobs that we're doing alongside this. And so Tisha, who's our secretary, she's also a manager at Lush Victoria Station.
So thanks to Lush and Victoria for allowing us to come over today to get involved with obviously selling their products, but also speaking to the customers, also giving us the opportunity to raise some money for our community. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I know Chris is. So yeah, we're ready to go.
Talk with us, not at us, is a perfect solution to what's going on at the moment.
When it's all said and done, it means so much when you talk with us, not at us.
Guys, I just want to say a big thank you to Windmill Store for donating this to STS Community Project. Me and Matthew and the rest of the team were really, really happy about this, especially during this pandemic. Matt, any last words?
Yeah, I think, as Chris said, man, thank you to Windmill Stores for helping us out. I'm sure that the parents, when they get these stuff, it's very helpful. This is something that will go a long way.
And for the partner in crime who's gonna help you making the pizza.
Today has just been a celebration of a great year. So 2019, we've worked really hard. So today we've had the coaches come out, many of whom volunteer their time every week. And then the kids and the families of the kids who we coach on a week-to-week basis.
I've been volunteering 3 months.
So I learned that there's different skill bases. So I learned how to work with younger children, as in teaching them and keeping them entertained in what they're doing.
Me getting the kids better is always me learning from it as well. So I'm teaching them and I'm always learning from myself as well.
So one of the unique and special aspects of STS Community Project is that in our leadership structure we have multiple generations. So I wasn't coached directly by Matthew, but he was one of the coaches when I was playing, and he coached my brother. And so I've come through as a young player, as a teenager, and we're now leading this project together. I'm supporting him in leading the project, and I think that's a special thing. We have to have multiple generations, and that in itself embodies developing a leader. That generation has developed me, and we now are together developing the next generation of leaders. And in a couple of years down the line, I want to be able to have full-time staff and that requires funding to be able to pay staff full time, to be able to pay Matthew and Chris full time to be able to do what they do, to be able to expand the projects, to be able to do things on a more regular basis, to be able to do more work in schools, to be able to recruit more people, and to provide a viable work opportunities for a lot of the volunteers that will get through as well. We're only a grassroots organisation that have been going for 3 years, but I really want to see that progression in the next couple of years to be able to keep doing what we're doing.